Hello, and welcome back to another part of Nothing But Football. If you missed part one, please check it out. It was fun there. Lidibua, as they say in the hood. But yes, guys, we're just obviously, looking back at the tables, the Premier League table during this break that Jurgen Klopp has so eloquently requested. But yes, check out part one. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz. But yeah, we're here in part two. Uncle Curtis, in part one, we're talking about Wiley's anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
So yes,
so
please
I was
do.
like, okay, maybe they took it too far. This man compared Jews to the Ku Klux Klan.
What?
I don't get how it's anti-Semitic in its sense, but like he compared them to the Ku Klux Klan. So that's a bit wild, dog.
Yeah.
The Jews to that racist organization. I was like, but he was wilding. Wiley was wilding.
On what basis?
On the basis of that, nobody wants to challenge Jews like nobody wanted to challenge the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Sure. And he was saying, just like in America back in those days, with when it comes to what you call this thing, businesses. Apparently Jews run everything. That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah,
I can neither confirm or deny that because I have no information on that. But he said the Ku Klux Klan was just like that, and they control business interests. But hey, man, nah.
Yep, there is no defending that in this era. Actually, in no era, dog. I mean, Ku Klux Klan have done some horrible things.
Hey, Joe, that man just needs to go out and apologize.
He won't, bruh. These UK artists are always like that, bruh. Even I compare. I'm assuming. I'd assume he's got Jamaican Jamaican ancestry, and we know how stubborn those guys are.
Bomba class.
Yes. There's a phrase that refers to gay people. I love you guys, but it's loved in the what's his name in the Jamaican community.
Do it.
No, I'm not going to do
Don't
it.
say it.
I'm
Don't
just
say
telling you
it.
that phrase is still used in many
sure.
Jamaican songs, like But yeah, so that's why I'm saying that Jamaican guys are still it's still wilding out there. It's crazy. But yeah, guys, yeah, we'll let's just carry on.
I mean, since we're sidetracking, Uncle Curtis.
Sidetracking to what?
Young Skumbuzo chilling. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, obviously we'll move on to we're discussing basically the table. We'll move on to West Ham. I'm really, guys, I don't think we should spend much time on them. They've had good form, but I mean, how many seasons have we seen of this where they have a good, beginning of the season, and then towards the end they start slipping up?
Which club is this?
West Ham United. Any thoughts on that? Do you think this could be the magic season that David Moyes finally, I don't know, pulls a finger to the haters?
No, it's unfortunately not. For me, they don't really have much options in the attacking positions. I just mean if Antonio's not on it, not much happens, and he's okay.
Yeah,
I don't. That's a guy that was a winger until he was he's okay. So if he can have a strong end to the season, they can do something. But
I'd actually agree with you because
who else puts the ball in the net for them regularly?
It would be Thomas Suchek, but I mean his first season was just a lucky season. He still does put in the odd header now and then, but I don't think he can replicate his first season.
Who gets double digits all competitions? West Ham. Whole season.
It would probably be Antonio. Jared Bowen is.
You think Jared Bowen gets double digits?
Like all competitions.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're in Conference League now.
Maybe.
He could go down there and maybe, score the odd goal now and then against, I don't know, soldiers of exile in Ukraine or something like that.
Deportivo La Coruña.
So yeah, West Ham is just, they're the wild card. Anything can happen, I guess.
But good team.
Obviously, they've done well. They've done well. Yeah. No, we can move on to your team now. In 6th place, which is Arsenal. 36 points, obviously. Yeah, well, I guess before the 2 games ago, we would have been arguing, before all the sagas of cancelled games and all that stuff, you would have probably argued that Arsenal's actually having a nice little comeback. Because, I mean, Arsenal does that wave where at some point you start to believe, and then just one game kind of, lets you down. I mean, we lost 2-1 against City. It's City at the end of the day.
That's it.
And then, Burnley was the recent game. We drew.
Yeah.
So let me start with you, Uncle Curtis. From an Arsenal fan point of view, the last 2 games.
If we're just talking about the league, yeah, it's okay.
Last 2 games is the Burnley draw and
Liverpool,
City.
And City.
We got knocked out of 2 competitions. Yes. Great. We were poor in the
League
FA Cup.
FA Cup also. Yeah.
We were poor in the FA Cup. We were great in the first leg of the League Cup, and we lost in the second leg. As Arteta says, he's not making excuses for players anymore. We're out. Have to come back and improve next year. So, but you can see where I wouldn't be surprised if they sign another midfielder, if they sign another striker, and they look for another right back.
In Jan?
Not in Jan, just before the new season starts again. I wouldn't be surprised if those signings come, because AFCON happened and we were a couple of players short, and then we started seeing where the deficiencies in the squad.
Yeah.
Now we can see why Pep doesn't like playing Africans. He knows they're not going to be around for a certain point of the season.
He's got his favorite African back. I mean, Mahrez went on a little holiday and came back.
But you see him, he doesn't have a lot of Africans in his team. It's always 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So you can see Rasazimo a bit there, but with a good intention. But yeah, man, it's if Arsenal come back after the break and they win the next 4 games, it was just a blip. It's okay to draw a game. It's okay to lose. It's not okay to lose to City, but we unjustly lost against City as well.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be putting everything into context. It was a blip.
All right.
If things go well again.
All right. Kingdon, from your point of view, give your analyses.
So I think the good run of form before this blip happens is games they're supposed to win. So even in that good run of form, I wasn't saying, hey, Arsenal has turned a corner. You know what I mean? I think they've done some good things. But I can only what are they? I can only imagine what their fixtures are now.
I think the next game is Wolves.
Let's say the next 3.
Let me actually have a look to see. So from Arsenal's point of view, I think that would probably be Wolves as their first game. It's coming up on Thursday. Internet is going slow because we're in Africa. Brentford, next game. Watford, Leicester, Aston Villa. There's the next 5 games.
So
you look at those, they're not bad fixtures. They're
challenging.
No, they're challenging.
Wolves, Aston Villa, and Leicester is challenging games.
To tell you the truth, I look at it, I say Wolves. That's a hard game because it's harder than you think. It's a team that has surpassed expectations. Well, our expectations, because we've expected Wolves to, do something. Brentford, I think that's going to be an interesting game because I think we're going to try and, to have a shot at redemption because obviously Brentford took the win over us in the beginning. Watford, struggling with a new coach, you never know. Leicester, that's a tough game. Aston Villa, tough game. So, breaking it down that way could be interesting.
But still, I sort of say there's been some good things from this team and this season that have come out. Good thing, obviously, Saka, your right back is okay. I don't see much of him attacking wise. Your defensive line, if it's Gabriel and Ben White, is okay. Midfield, Thomas Partey is okay, but
it's okay. Hey? He's a good player. He's a great player on his day.
Yes, but he's okay because on his day hasn't come enough. You know what I'm saying?
But injuries.
Hey?
It's just injuries there.
Yeah, but I'm still not going to call him great because then I'd be calling him great on paper. What I'm saying is I haven't seen him put it down. Sort of enough. I'm not questioning his talent. Definitely top player. But to me, I don't know, going towards the end of the season, maybe being knocked out of the cups and stuff might help. But honestly, I still don't think so.
Yeah. My viewpoint on Arsenal's form, to tell you the truth, the Burnley game was disappointing. Watching it and, it was disappointing. We can't be drawing to Burnley. We really can't be. Especially after they decided they're going to support Black Lives Matter now by signing some black players. And then they've lost them in the AFCON. And so, Cornet was their star man. They lost, Chris Wood also is now out. So I'd look at that and think Burnley's a weakened team and we're playing against them. But, on the bright side, even looking back at the Liverpool game, that was disappointing. Another red card.
In the cup.
The cup. Another red card. We've had how many red cards this week? The past couple
4
of
in the
weeks?
month of Jan.
We've had 4 red cards. Like, it actually makes our discussion that we had the other day where we said Arsenal is receiving unfair red cards. You kind of, I look back
Westwood should have been sent off.
Yeah?
Westwood should have been sent off. The Burnley player should have been sent off in that game.
Okay, let's ignore his call. But I hate being this fan, especially if I'm supporting a team like Arsenal. I hate being this fan who says, no, this guy should have been sent off, then something would have happened. We needed to step up and do something. It's not up to Burnley to mess up. It's up to us to capitalize. But in the same breath, I'm kind of happy that this happened because now guys can look forward and say, okay, we clearly need some, players in the squad. Because I can guarantee you now, if we had won against City and we beat Burnley, and maybe if we went through to the finals of Carabao, we would have gone in oblivious thinking, yeah, our squad is perfect.
Yeah, we're fine now.
We're fine. Now, at least we're thinking, okay, January, something needs to happen. We clearly need a midfielder and we clearly need a striker. It's that simple.
But I think,
probably a winger.
but I think generally it's only fans that feel that way. When I look at the way Arteta and Edu have been handling the transfer business, there's no indication that they were going to stop signing players thinking everything is okay. We look at all the signings we did. Everybody questioned Ben White. I questioned Ben White. Turned out to be a great signing. I questioned Aaron Ramsdale. A lot of people questioned Aaron Ramsdale. Yeah. Turned out to be a great signing. Everybody questioned Tomoyasu. Turned out to be a great signing. And there's 1 or 2 other players. You know what I'm saying? So from the club's perspective, I have no doubt in mind Edu and Arteta know what they're trying to do. It's fans where we get overexcited. Oh, we're going to win things now. Because you can see it because they've been saying they didn't start chasing a striker now in Jan when Aubameyang left. They've been trying to get another striker since before the beginning of the season. He's been saying we're still a couple of players short of where he wants his ideal team to. He said he still needs, in the squad, he needs 22 top internationals. So from the club's perspective, I have no doubt that they're going to sign players. From the fans' perspective, it's a different thing altogether where we think everything will be okay. But you can see they know they're still a couple of players short.
All right. No, that's fair. We've kind of dealt with top 6. So I'm just going to...
Wait. But Arsenal this season, do you think they're still making top 4? Or
I don't see why not.
Yeah?
Looking at it from here...
Yeah. No, it's open. Yeah.
Chelsea... 24 points, 24 games. We've played 21. I'm not saying that, we games in hand are guarantee of points. But looking at that, you can think to yourself, okay.
If we don't make top 4 with no other competitions in sight, then Arteta should get fired.
Should get fired. Okay.
If we don't make top 4 from this point, when every other club that we're competing against for top 4 has made it to further in the next round of competitions.
Tell you the truth, I have a feeling we're going the Oli route here.
I don't think so.
It's so much blueprint of the Oli route, but
this is why I'm saying I don't know why, but I have a feeling we're going the Oli route.
Why?
2 seasons ago, United had the youngest average age in the league. Rebuild, average age, young players, give them a chance.
I have a feeling we're doing Oli route
here. You build on it 2 years later, you're saying, has this guy really improved?
We're gonna look at some point, we're gonna think, Arteta needs, he needs time, he needs the guys that we...
But guys, I don't remember Oli making any influential signings besides Fernandes. I can't say we're going the Oli route.
Really?
Listen, I think you can argue that. Looking back, you could have argued Van de Beek would have been an influential signing.
But you see, I'm talking about
Wan-Bissaka.
But what I'm talking about now is players that go onto the team and seem to have improved the team.
We can't really say much because it's half a season.
But it's half a season of players' improvement. We can see what Tomiyasu brings to the team because you can say no.
Wan-Bissaka at some point was considered. Wan-Bissaka was considered one of the best right backs in the league.
But then but don't tell me he was considered one of the. Look at what he brought to the team. Yeah. You can see when Tomiyasu came to Arsenal, you can see right back was lacking. That was fixed. At United with Wan-Bissaka, everybody was saying even from day one, he just doesn't give enough going forward.
But he gives you the same as what Tomiyasu gives you.
But
Tomiyasu give you anything?
No, but I'm saying for Arsenal's problem at right back, he fixed it because we can't say Arsenal and United have the same problems. It's two different sets of problems. So Arteta is going to recruit players to solve his problems. But United's problems, they've been recruiting players in every position besides where they have problems.
No, bruh, but 6 months is a bit short to be saying that, we've closed the plug. Hence why I say, I don't know.
You know what's the thing,
He's saying that
I'm being consistent in my thinking, I've given Lukaku 6 months. He's shown me nothing. So I'm going to say his form's going to continue. If a player is on form, there's no thing that says he'll stop performing up until he shows me otherwise.
Yeah. But I think also the form was about a month and it was, like I say, against teams you're supposed to beat.
Yeah, but again,
I'm not writing them off. I actually still think Arteta's good for you. I think it would be foolish to fire.
Yeah, because I'm just saying we're looking at the results of games, and we're not looking at how some of these games went down.
Yeah.
Now, beginning of season, do we really count Brentford when we have so many first team players missing? It's a loss. A loss is a loss. We should be doing better. But don't forget, we're not a top team yet again. We're rebuilding.
Okay.
We lose against Chelsea. Is that shameful?
Okay.
No. We lose against Liverpool. Is that shameful?
No.
After Liverpool, we start rebuilding. We start getting the players that we didn't have beginning of the season. We find a vein of form. Yes, we had luck in the games that we got, but we found our form. We come back into the new year and we play City. And even Pep says it wasn't one of my proudest wins because he feels his team didn't deserve to win that game on that day. And then, cool, we lose a bunch of players, COVID happens, and we play Charlie Patino in central midfield against Forest. Should our under 18s or guys who are about to break into the first team beat Forest? Yes. But are we as strong as we were yonder years? No. We're still rebuilding. We lose against Liverpool. Liverpool is still a top team. Tomiyasu came back from injury because our other two right backs were injured.
You're cutting them so much slack.
No, I'm not cutting them slack.
I wish other teams could get half the slack from you, dog.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's in context. Because even with Man United, when I judge them, it's judging them based off what have Man United done in the past 3 years. We've all known that CDM is a problem.
Yeah.
That has not been fixed once.
Yeah.
Ragnarok is here. There's still no sign of, it's still Fred and McTominay.
Yeah.
The other club, they see where their problems are and they're getting rid of those players. Even 12 months down the line. It's like now with the ruthless streak, Murray, they're like, hey, you're not fitting into the plans anymore. That guy's gone out on loan. He's not touching the first team. What was Ole's biggest mistake? Rewarding players based off loyalty.
You see, but my problem with what you're saying now is that we're 6 months in and you kind of already patting the guy on his back after 6 months work. I'm saying, let us wait until the end of the season, then we can give a realistic breakdown.
But even that 6 months view, he didn't give that to Tuchel's Chelsea. Hey, we've got a Champions League. Anyone can get a Champions League.
I didn't say that. But guys, I'm watching.
They sell them at Spa.
No, but I'm watching. We're watching based off what we see on the pitch when the team plays well. When Chelsea was playing well, I'm like, the problem is they don't have a striker who's not scoring. Has that been remedied? No. We don't
have a striker who
yes,
scores.
but that's a problem that came up recently.
Yeah, fair.
This wasn't a problem last season for us when Aubameyang was on the way to win the FA Cup final. So you look at Tuchel. We were saying week in, week out, hey Joe, it's a problem that nobody scores in that team. Last season, they didn't have a player who finished on 10 goals. This season, they're on track again to not have a player who finishes on 10 goals. Has the problems that Chelsea have to challenge for the title been rectified? No. So
I think we've spent too much time on a team that's ranked 6th on the table.
no, but I'm talking about judging of teams.
No, but like
would cut them so much.
What's slack? What's slack? Am I slack? I'm saying, guys, I'm not saying they're going to win things. I'm saying I'm seeing what the manager and the director of football have in plan to improve the team.
I know what you're saying, but you're setting their bar lower. That's why I'm saying slack.
No.
Their bar is here, everyone else is here, so everyone else is further off from their objectives than we are.
My thing is
Arsenal, bro.
But we Arsenal, yeah. But where have we been for the past 8 years? Chelsea.
But how come when we talk Everton, when we talk West Ham or whatever, what standard did you judge them to? You judge them to a higher standard than you're judging
No,
Arsenal
I know. To Everton, I'm saying they're spending money stupidly. I've seen no improvement. No, again, what has Everton done to
your
improve?
chat is always, will you win the league with such players?
Again, and
keep
what
the
am I
energy.
saying?
Arsenal, will you win the league with such players?
I'm saying no. Because that's why I say recruitment is still coming. I didn't say we'll win the league with these players. I said
no, I know you didn't say that. I said that's what you say about other teams. I'm saying keep the same energy.
Guys, we've spent too much time.
Same energy, dog.
Yes. So I'm not really gonna go talk. I'm gonna just name you obviously the guys. 7th, we've got Tottenham. 8th, Wolves. 9th, Brighton. 10th, Leicester City. 11th, Aston Villa. 12th, Southampton. 13th, Crystal Palace. 14th, Brentford. 15th is Leeds United. So I was going to just look at those teams and kind of say, out of those teams, I'll just break it. Who's surpassed our expectations? Surpassed our expectations. Basically I think that's the only ones we can look at. From who's surpassed our expectations. So I thought let me start with that breakdown actually. You can go. Because I'm seeing 7th, Spurs, they're doing what they did last season. 8th, Wolves, for me, I feel like they've actually surpassed expectations.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we actually thought that there might be, a relegation saga somewhere there. But I think they've handled it well, losing a coach like Nuno, especially whatever his name is. I don't remember that guy. But yeah, they dealt well with losing it. The next coach came in and, things still ran smoothly. Leicester, for me, considering where they were last season, it's a bit of a disappointment to be 10th.
Sitting in 10th, yeah.
11th, Aston Villa, same position. They're same position.
Sure.
Brentford, well done. You're not in relegation battle in your first season. That's impressive.
I think it's still coming.
Eh?
I think it's still coming. I think Brentford is going to drop like a stone over the next couple of weeks.
Fair point.
Down the table, I mean.
Ooh, never. Yeah. Losing a 4 game losing streak and City next. Yeah, okay.
Who's this? Brentford. Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's going to be horrible. Yeah, so that's basically my breakdown. Let me ask you.
Surprises or who I see as doing the best is Wolves and Brighton.
Yeah.
Wolves, even for how they play, I mean, how they're keeping the ball and things like that. Under Nuno, it was just, all defense and counter. So that's good. Brighton, sort of more of the same. We see how they play the ball and that kind of thing. They're getting points. It's not really a consistent strike or whatever. They're sharing the goals around the team. Our boy Danny Welbeck obviously popping up here and there.
Yeah.
Teams that have, in that batch of Southampton too, actually. I thought Southampton would be near the bottom this season.
Yeah. Shame. Yeah.
So that too. Leeds and Everton definitely, surprise. No, Leeds not that much actually. Everton, yeah. Everton, yeah.
All right. Now, fair point. Uncle Curtis, your breakdown of basically that little mid-table portion.
I'm going to tell you what I think about that mid-table portion. I don't care about any of it.
No, fair. I get you.
I don't care about any of them. You want me to talk about Aston Villa, the club that thought they were as good as Arsenal?
I was just trying to be diplomatic, I was
I was hearing somebody talk about, I'm going to speak about Aston Villa. They were like, United should be competing for players like Coutinho, which Aston Villa clearly got. And I sat there, and they even brought Arsenal into this. They even brought Arsenal to this conversation. And they were like, nah, Coutinho's a quality player, and now they're going for Suarez. And I'm like, mate, Coutinho hasn't had a good season in over 5 years. Don't judge him what he did at Liverpool in 2013. Top clubs. You think Pep is going to go for Coutinho? No. That nigga's looking at Coutinho and being like, Nigga, you 28. I'm gonna get 2 good years out of you.
Pep is
I'm gonna go for the 23-year-old player who's playing better than you currently.
Pep is looking at Coutinho saying, good for you, dog, but you're not for me.
Well
You
done.
know what I'm saying? Like
Stay there, but
Coutinho's thing of playing for a top club, those days are gone.
Yeah.
The next top club he can play for is a Italian club when he's 30.
Yeah.
And he goes to a slower league. But those days are done. Suarez, his days are done as a top player. It's dwindling down. Like we counting down to say, hey, you're not as quick as you were a couple of years ago. So you get what I'm saying? Mentally, if Arsenal went for signed Coutinho and Suarez, I would be worried. I'll be worried because it's the same thing that I was complaining about with United. Ronaldo's a great player, but what did Ronaldo do for United this season? In getting them closer to the objective of challenging again. He's a short-term fix, great. But what is he doing for United?
So far, got us out the group stage of Champions League, but what does that count for? I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
But genuinely,
the
last time we were there, we were out.
Because you know,
back into Europa.
But I don't mean, because I'm not even crying from Ronaldo is not a great player. I'm like, for United, Ronaldo right now does nothing because United has bigger things to fix when they signed Ronaldo. So that's what I look at, man. I don't care about Brentford. I don't care about Ollie Watkins. I don't care about Aston Villa. Only team I start after 6th up until 14th. It's hazy. I care more about the relegation battle.
Yeah. Speaking of the relegation battle, I figured we'd move actually to those teams. So I'll basically start from 16th. Because they're all pretty close. I mean, the gap between relegation to 16th is 4 points. Anything can happen. So at 16th, we've got Everton. 17th, Norwich City. 18th, Newcastle. 19th, Watford. 20th, Burnley. We'll start with the bottom team, 20th, because I think that's going to be, I won't say a short conversation, but yeah. We'll have it. Let me start with you, Uncle Lukusa. How do you see Burnley's chances of surviving from this situation?
So naturally, I would actually back Burnley.
Yes.
It's actually the getting rid of Chris Wood thing that actually have they replaced him? They haven't signed anyone, no?
They signed, I think I remember they signed some African guy.
Because essentially, what are we on? 22, 23 games. Oh, well,
yeah,
yes.
Shit, they've got.
They still have 20 games to play.
My bad, guys. I forgot to mention one vital factor. Burnley has played 18 games compared to teams that have played 22 in the same situation. So, I mean, if you compare them to those teams, it's 4 games in hand that they have. And
nobody was complaining when Burnley made all these cancellations, though.
But from a Burnley perspective, I mean, 20 games left. At that end of the table, you probably want a striker that scores up to 8 goals in those 20 games.
Chris Wood is a double-digit striker. I was shocked
over the whole season.
Yeah.
So to me, I think they have a decent team. They defend well. They hit you at set pieces. They can get points. I'm just wondering if. I think there's worse teams than them, man. I think they can do it, actually.
Yeah, man, especially considering what.
But for the footballing world to heal, we need them to go down.
Sure.
Can you at least they've jumped in on the black side? But yeah, I guess it's a little bit too late.
It's not even about the black side. They play boring football.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah. And then I'll look at the team that's 19th, Watford. Also, team on 14 points. They obviously they've played 2 games more than Burnley and have been on a current losing streak. Lost 4 games, the last 4 games and drew 1. So yeah, technically there you look at it and you think, yeah. And obviously the next game, funny enough, is against Burnley. So great relegation battle game there. But obviously disadvantages, they've lost quite a lot of players from AFCON and injuries. No, not actually, because Ismaili Sarr didn't go down as well because he's injured. Yeah. So looking at all those, I don't know, points, I guess. How do you see Watford faring? You think they might pull off something, or they're going to do the same what Watford does, basically?
No, I think Norwich will finish above them. For me, Watford's dead last end of the season.
Yeah. Okay. Coaching wise, considering they've gotten Roy Hodgson, I feel as though
that gives them a chance.
They're not gonna.
That gives them a chance.
They have Saw, they have Sissoko, they have Dennis, that striker. They have a decent squad. They have a better squad than Norwich to me.
They do, but I mean, traditionally, well, not traditionally. I mean, the season
gives them a chance.
Think about it. Watford have a history of when things are not going right, they fire the manager. That's how they've been in the Premier League longer than anybody's actually realized.
No, man, were they there last season?
Yeah,
they were.
What season?
Watford.
Watford have been in this thing for a minute, though.
No, it was who came up? Norwich. Hold on, Norwich, Brentford, and it's Watford. Watford came up this season.
Oh, they came up. Okay.
Yeah. But they
even have Cleverly, dog. They're a decent team.
No, for me, the concern about Watford has always been the defense. They have a decent attack, but quite a poor defense. I mean, if you look back, can you really name one defender from Watford that actually has, I wouldn't even say impressed, has done a highlight, something of some sort, where you look back and you watch a game and there's a Watford defender pulling off a great save? They have Danny Rose, bro.
Craig Cathcart is okay, but it's championship guys. But
that's what I say. Cathcart was, the last time Watford was up, they were the players. I mean, they've gone down with the same guys. So it'll be interesting, but I kind of have to agree with you there and say Watford might go down unless they get some sort of defender who can stabilize.
Don't let that Man United game fool you. They're not that good.
No, indeed. 18th, moving on to Newcastle. This is a tricky team. They had previously they'd only won one game, but then they pulled off a victory against Leeds in the previous game week. So that did kind of push them up a little bit and a little closer to getting out of the relegation battle. So I thought we'd, talk about them for a little bit and just see. Uncle Curtis, let's start with you.
I can only comment on Newcastle after the transfer business is done.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the team is going to look like. Any decision that I make now, up until the league restarts, is just going to be conjecture and guessing. And hey, they have a decent manager. When I say decent, it's still decent.
My only problem, bruh, is, dude, you basically got given a blank checkbook. I understand the times that we're in. I understand it's January. I understand a lot of players don't like leaving in January. You get given a blank checkbook and you go for Chris Wood. Come on.
I don't think Chris Wood was the original choice, but I think players are not stupid enough to go to a relegation. Dog, it's Chris Wood over Neymar in a relegation battle. I'm sorry to say it.
I hear you.
In the Premier League, it's Chris Wood over Neymar. That man will work. When things are not going right for Neymar, that man is not playing. Okay. And then you're going to get star players will come down the line. But for any decent, successful club, for City to get to where City got to now, they first had to play Craig Bellamy in the right wing.
Yeah, fair.
Men who work hard, and then when the star players join, okay, I can see this guy's working hard. I can see what it means to have passion in the Premier League. So, Chris Wood signing is a good signing. I'm just thinking he's not going to be there for another 3 seasons. If they survive this season, Chris Wood, I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Wood has gone out of Newcastle 2 seasons from now. So I think they're smart enough just to pay them just above what they're earning at the current club, so they won't make too much of a loss.
All right, fair. From your point of view, Newcastle?
So far, I actually expect them to stay up, right? Because what they've done with Chris Wood and what they have with Callum Wilson already there against their peers is actually goals. Yeah. Right? You look at Burnley, you look at Watford, and you say, where are the goals coming from? You know what I mean? Brentford, the same thing. Even Leeds, really. So Norwich or whatever, the teams in and around them, you're looking at it and you're saying, where's the goals? Callum Wilson and Chris Wood can get you goals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's say them together with whatever,
Saint-Maximilian,
17 games or whatever remaining. How many are there on? 21. So 17 games remaining. if those two guys between them get you 10, 12 goals, that's points.
Not fair.
Kieran Trippier, they both can header goals. Kieran Trippier can cross like a...
Yeah. Not fair.
So I expect them to stay up.
All right. Obviously, we're running out of time, so I figured let's just cut these last two teams in a short segment. I feel like we've touched on Norwich, especially with the fact that they've got a new manager, Dean Smith. I mean, in the last 5 games, he's taken 2 wins and 3 losses, but the 2 wins came back to back against Everton and Watford. Good results as well. So I don't know. I think you guys, I don't know who gave their verdict on Norwich. What's going to happen this season?
They're going down, boy.
So you say?
Oh, no, they got Dean Smith.
Dean Smith.
I think it's going to be a tight relegation battle. It's going to be a tight one.
I still see them going down, though.
But I think it's just going to be tight.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I also look at this and think to myself that, Norwich will actually put up a little bit more of a fight. If they make it, I'll be very impressed. But, next season, I think if they do make it this season, I think they'll get relegated.
How many
next
times
season.
do we need Pookie to fail in the Premier League, man?
Yes. No, it's happened. I feel bad for the man. I really feel bad for the man.
His most memorable moment is a hat-trick against Man City. I haven't heard anything since 2 years ago about him.
The one team that I think might be an interesting wild card in the process of relegation is the team in 16th, Everton. Because, they've just fired their manager now.
Who they hire?
That Tony Ferguson, or whatever his name is.
Duncan.
Interim again.
Yes, he's interim. So I can't remember who's going to take over, but he's the interim guy, passionate guy, but I don't know, for an 18-game run, can he give you what you need to survive? Can he give you 20 points?
Yeah, man.
To survive, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, passion gets you 5 wins on the trot. That's 15 points.
Yeah. Because when I look at the bottom half of the table, I swear I have the same question all the teams. It's goals. Sorry.
Yes.
And Everton is Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison. They can get you goals.
Calvert-Lewin hasn't looked the same since he's come back from injury, but in hindsight, it's been what? 2
compared
or 3?
to the bottom half.
Yeah. No, but it's been 2 or 3 games. So you really can't judge a player of 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
Also, he's been touted to, Arsenal's looking at him as a potential replacement.
Dear God, no.
Hey, bruh, we don't know how many options we have, so...
he should not be one of those options.
Hey, bruh, he's an England international.
Yeah, you guys don't cross the ball. If you guys cross the ball, he'd be perfect, but...
Yeah,
he's an England international now. If we're going to be rating how good a player is because he plays for the England national team, then we failed as a footballing nation.
No, I'm just giving you what's been said. I'm not saying that we're going to sign the guy. We possibly couldn't.
I can name 20 national teams I would want my player to play for before I can say England.
Okay, but that's just your hate.
It's not hate.
That's just your hate.
These guys are overrated.
But yeah, I thought we'd just wrap up with this. Looking at this relegation battle. Would you any of you guys like to give your prediction as in who's going down?
Too early for me.
Yeah, I honestly think it's the promoted teams.
So you think
Norwich, Watford, and Brentford.
It's too early for me to call.
Interesting. All right. I don't know. Somehow it would be hella funny if Newcastle doesn't make it. It would be hella funny. Yeah. Watford, I also see not making it.
Burnley?
Actually, dog.
They lost their goals, dog.
Yeah, they did, but Burnley has, they have some random fight in them. This is not the first time we've seen them bottom of the league, in past seasons.
Yeah.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden they just decide we're going to pull off those slow wins and come back. So yeah.
Because I rate, it won't even be 40 points to stay up. It'll probably be like 38 or something.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I think it's goals.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think we've covered a good portion of the table, and I think we can leave it right there, man. We've had a good discussion. From a footballing point of view, we've tried to keep the spice out this episode. Spice will come back next week, guys. But yeah, I think that's it from us this week, guys. thank you for watching the episode. We appreciate it. Stay tuned for next week's episodes as well. And yeah, thank you for your support. You can round up, you can use hand signals. I don't know what you want to do, but yes, guys.
Peace out, guys.
Uncle Curtis is saying it mentally in his head. But yes, guys. Thank you guys for joining us this episode. Cheers.
Gang, gang.
Peace.
Thank you.